Hi guys! I want to show you again my encyclia vitellina because it is in bloom and it's one of my favorite orchids. I love the bright colors. It's really hard to film such that you can see the real colors, especially with my camera, but the orange, it's almost red. It's really dark. Really beautiful. Right now we seem to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blooms and more coming. Look how flat the blooms are when you look from the side. They are really flat, and the lip looks like a snout with eyes. I wonder, sometimes it looks like an animal or an airplane. It's just so unusual. It's really beautiful and interesting. This does not have any fragrance at all. No fragrance, but it doesn't really need it. It's just so beautiful. I love it. This species grows really high in cloud forests and in places where it's cold with lots of humidity. It likes to grow in some sort of media that would dry fast. Ideally, it should be watered every day in the morning, and the media should dry by nightfall. It does well in bark. I have it in bark mixed with a sponge rock in a clay pot. I have had this in a plastic pot too without problem. Seems to be easy, and I have heard of people growing it in sphagnum moss, but I would just say that be careful not to let the roots rot. They really like to dry, but they need daily waterings. And this plant is quite forgiving because even though it's a cold grower, it's well adapted to other temperatures too. It can stand hot summers and drier air too. It likes a lot of light. I would say I'll compare to Cattleya light, but even higher. I have never had a sunburn on this plant, even when leaving it on direct sunlight. Even noon, this one can take a lot of light. And the bulbs, let me show you. The summer bulbs, summer pseudobulbs are always bigger. This has grown in a summer, and this is a summer bulb too. And winter, it's really hard to replicate the right conditions. You can see the bulb gets thinner, and this is the newest one. It's also thinner, but they bloom, they make blooms just as fine. But we can clearly see that it likes strong light. The more light, the better. Of course, you have to be careful to be sure that you will not burn the plant, but I was never able to do it. I left it in the sun and it liked it. And the leaves, they are interesting. They are kind of a very dark green with some sort of powdery, how I forgot the word, but it seems like as if it had some sort of white talc on the leaves, and you can see that with time it's removed. It loses it, and of course with your fingers it will lose too. I don't know exactly what is the function. It could be protection, whatever. But the newest leaves always have lots of that. And they have this kind of matte surface. And the spike is long, and it keeps blooming, keeps making more blooms. This spike here, it has all the blooms it has made still, but later the lower ones, they will dry and fall, and as the As the spike grows, it will make more and more. I can't remember how long the blooming lasts, but it blooms for a long time. And last year I had it blooming from 2 spikes, both from the pseudobulb that grew in the summer and the one that grew in the winter. They were both in bloom at the same time at some point, so you can see how long the blooming lasts. It's a very nice plant. I bought it from Wichmann in Germany, and I'm really happy. I got a very nice plant. I'm really pleased with this one. Some people find this plant difficult, but I haven't had any problem. Maybe the most important thing is to have a very well-draining media. It doesn't want to be soggy, but needs to be watered often and to dry often. And of course, enough light. The most important is that this summer is bright. Of course, if I had stronger lights during the winter, it will make bigger pseudobulbs in the winter, but it's doing fine like this too. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. Here's the wall plant. I cut the tips of some leaves because it had some spotting. I thought it was some fungal problem. You can still see something there, but it's nothing much. But it was a little ugly. I hope you enjoyed the video. Well, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more. Bye bye.